We are here on 95.7 The Choice, and we're talking to Alexis Rhode, who is a singer-songwriter and happens to be in town. We're blessed to have her, and I'm excited to hear her story a little bit, and I'm hoping that you are too. So if you could help me out a little bit and just tell me a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and how music starts and lives in your life.
Well, I'm Alexis Rhode, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. I started playing music probably in 8th grade, so about 4 years ago around, and I didn't start playing shows until my very first show I remember was February 18th, 2012. And I just released my first album the next February, actually. So a year later, after my first show, I had my first fully produced album out and everything, and now I'm on the road with Jacob, and we're just touring, going place to place, playing music. So that's pretty much when it started for me, and yeah, I love going places and sharing music and meeting people and stuff like that.
So if you started around in 8th grade, did you start in some sort of school band or something? Is that how it worked for you?
No. Actually, went to a pawn shop, picked up a guitar for around $100, and started playing really bad, untuned songs. But that's where it started, and I started writing, and I played piano for a really long time, since I was probably like, I don't know, 8 maybe. I just kind of picked it up, and then I moved on to guitar and self-taught and stuff, and then I recently just got a ukulele, which is my baby. Love my ukulele, and started playing that. Play a few other instruments, but I just dabble and stuff. I just love to learn new things about music anytime I get a chance to.
So when you started writing music, was that also around 8th grade, or when did you start writing?
When I started writing,
no, just when you started writing.
Probably when I got my guitar, which was around 8th grade. I mean, I'd always written like little poems and stuff like that, like girly stuff and, what have you. But probably songs is when I got when I first got my guitar, and I'd write little things, and then I finally figured out how to tune it, which was an important step in my journey. So then it just kind of went from there, I guess. I don't know.
So if you were to sort of categorize the type of music that you play or the message behind what you're playing, what does it sound like, or what does it look like?
I usually have a really hard time putting like a genre around it, because it has a little bit of everything, or at least I try to have it that way, because a big part of what I want to do, I plan to keep going with music, is to have something that anyone could just listen to, and it could brighten someone's day. Or I've had people just be like, that whenever I'm having a rough day, I just listen to one of your songs, and it brings stuff up. And that's really what I want for my music. I don't want it to be like only this group of people can listen to it, and only this group of people doesn't really like it. And I want it to be universal, and I want it to just kind of be like some sort of hope. I don't know, I feel like music these days, some of it just kind of brings like there's a lot of negativity, and it's all about the wrong things, like life is so beautiful, and I think that I really want to capture that in my music. So.
You seem to have this sort of optimism in life that not everyone has. How do you stay positive? I gotta remind myself every day, because I think it's from my struggles that I've gained this kind of optimism, because I've had my share of problems and struggles and everything, like everyone has, and I just think it's important to keep reminding yourself that this is just a chapter in your life. You have so much longer to go, and it's not the end, even when it feels like it might be. Yeah, well, you just talked about having these emotional struggles.
Mm-hmm.
We all have them.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to pick one of them that is probably influenced the way you approach life and your music
mm-hmm.
more than anything else, what is it?
Probably things dealing with my family the most. I've seen my family struggle with money and just relationships, and also just seeing other people's families struggle with the same thing, and it's, you can't help but notice how broken people
seem to get, and I think a lot of my passion and my and I just get a lot of my drive from that. Like I want there to be a just kind of a gateway for people that are feeling that way, like I've felt and I've seen other people feel. I just want them to kind of escape from that, because I think you can do wonderful things through music in that sense.
That's great. And I know that we just talked to Jacob Hudson about a tour, and you are touring together.
Yes.
Yes. Are you picking venues sort of day by day, or is it all pre-planned and you're just kind of along for the ride? How does that look?
It's pre-planned. Jacob actually did a really good job about getting everything organized. Although some things haven't gone quite as planned, but it's an adventure, and I'm so excited to be a part of it.
Yeah, and as part of the tour, has any new song come out of that?
I was writing the other day, haven't finished it.
Okay.
But definitely, and it's the thing about this tour is it's kind of, I'll be moving in like next month, I think. I can't even believe it. So this tour is kind of, I think, preparing me for that, and being kind of on our own throughout this whole thing. I'm kind of getting a feel for, it's going to be like this whenever I move. So it's kind of a good thing for me to do, and I'm glad I'm here.
That's great. And of your song library, how big is it?
I've never counted. But I have 3 songbooks, 3 full just notebooks of songs I've written from since I first started, and sometimes I'll go back and look at all of them. Oh, I remember this song, and I'll play it. On the album that I just released, there's 10 songs, and it's actually a variety. It's not all new. Some of it was stuff that I written probably like freshman year, but it's just stuff that still means something to me, and I think that that's important. It's not just something I can just throw away like 2 days later. That song that didn't do it for me, like I like to have songs that can carry with you throughout life.
That's neat. I don't think that most people understand that songwriters don't like some of their own stuff.
Oh Lord. I can't tell you how many songs I've just like started writing and like, this is gold. This is going to be the best song I've ever written.
Yeah.
Get halfway through it and get stuck, pick it up next day, and I'm like, this is garbage. What am I doing?
Well, that's great. Well, I know that you guys are on tour, and I was hoping to be able to hear a little bit of something that the listeners might be hearing if they go to one of your shows.
Okay.
So if you could share with us what song it's going to be, kind of how it came about, and then play a song for us.
Okay. This song is called If Flowers Were Forever, and it is the title track on my album. And this song, it's actually funny. This song came about I think last year, and it was the first day I started playing ukulele. My cousin brought his ukulele over, and I just started messing around with it, and I was like, hey, I like these chords. Started writing, so by the end of the day, I think it was like 2.5 hours, I had written a song, learned to play ukulele, and recorded it in that span of time. So it was just kind of one of those inspirational things that just kind of happened.
That's great.
But it's one of my favorite songs to play. It always makes me feel happy. So.
That's great. Well, let's hear it.
All right. You are a flower that never fades away. I never get tired of looking at your face. You never shrivel up, and you always smell good. And I treat you with tender love, as every flower should. Comfy bed after a long hard day, and you're a place to bury my head when I've said all I have to say. And anytime I feel alone, and whenever you're not near,
we think of all these things and remember that you've been here. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, that you've been here. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, that you've been here. From the minute I met you and until your dying day, I'll keep on smiling as our hair turns iron gray. 'Cause when I'm with you, there's no other way to feel but young. As we get older, it's gonna feel like we've just begun. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, we've just begun. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, we've just begun. But I won't be bitter. I know all things have to end. But I'll see you later, 'cause after we're gone we meet again. And in eternity we're still living day by day. 'Cause you are a flower that will never fade away. You are a flower that will never fade away. You are a flower that will never fade away. Oh, you're a flower that will never fade away. You are a flower that will never fade away. You are a flower that will never fade away. Yes, you're my flower, love never fades away.
Well, thank you very much for sharing the hope that is in that song. That's great.
Thank you.
That's great. We have been here with Alexis Rhode, and I just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell everyone where they can hear more.
All right. Well, facebook.com/Alexis Rhode Music. I know I have a weird last name. It's RHODE. So it's like Rhode Island, I guess. AlexisRhodeIslandMusic.com. And you can also get that song for free on noisetrade.com if you just search Alexis Rhode and type in all your information. It'll send you a link for free. You can buy the whole album on iTunes or Amazon and listen on Spotify.
That's great. And where are you and Jacob Hudson going to be next?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville.
My
Well, that's
favorite
great.
place, yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for blessing us with the music and your story. That's really great.
Thank you so much for having us here.
No problem. And we've been talking to Alexis Rhode on 95.7 The Choice, WGNW.